Welcome, everyone. It is Friday again already. And welcome to Friday's Inspiration. Let me see if that is, hang on, I just want to clear this a little bit. Make sure that's as clear as possible. So today we are already here in the almost to the middle, the very middle of our very first month of the year. Doesn't it feel like we just started? And here it is already Friday again. So I am broadcasting today from Sausalito, California, and we are going to be talking today about how you can stop waiting for your savior. And the reason we decided to talk about this today was because this is the overriding energy on the planet right now. This whole agenda that we see going on in the planet is all based on this concept where everyone is waiting for something to save them. And it's founded on this deeper fear where people are afraid of dying. And they're just afraid of being controlled. They're afraid of all kinds of things. So I thought it was really important to talk about this today. And so, welcome. Today we have London, we have Greece, we have Colorado. Very chilly there. I know it's been a little chilly here. Not as cold as Colorado, but so the reason that this is really important is that this is a time of year when a lot of people are looking for someone to help guide them. It's a new year where people get new inspirations. They want to start off the year in a good way and with good intentions, and they also know that they often need help. And so this is also um, when people start looking for help, and that can be done in several different ways, in several different energies. So that one energy that we're trying to avoid is this energy where you're looking for someone to save you. So those kind of people are not really interested in doing the work, unlike most of you that come here. There's many of you who are, or most of you, I would say, that come here who are doing the work, who are invested in your spiritual progress and are going in this deep inward dive and looking for all those places where you want to find more of your radiance, more of your brilliance. And so that's awesome. And then on the other hand, we have people who want to basically save them, to do the work for them. I know many years ago that I used to do house cleaning. And so I often refer to the work that I do with people is, like, I'm not coming in to clean your house anymore. I am here to teach you how to clean your own house. So that you can master your own energy. And so that's a very different energy. That's a very different energy than hiring someone or looking for someone who is going to come and just do the work for you. So that's not a sign of spiritual progress. It's not a sign of any kind of growth or evolution. It's kind of a little bit of a backpedaling. So that's not the energy we want to participate in. And thank you for the reminder, Roma. Please share, like, and subscribe to what we're doing here. More people need to know about what we're doing, this free platform that I come to every Friday for Friday's Inspiration at 11:11. I've been doing this for many, many years. I want to say at least 4 years. And have only missed maybe a few Fridays. So I'm very committed to this and committed to teaching you guys how to expand into more of your own radiance and brilliance. And so we're going to be doing a MediClearing in a little bit, but I wanted to talk about this energy of looking for a savior. So the truth is that you are not broken, damaged, in any way. And a lot of you will say, yeah, but I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. And the truth is, if you believe that you're broken, if you believe you're damaged, if you believe that there's some inherent defect in you, then that's going to feel true to you. But in truth, you're just buried. Your perfection is buried underneath a lot of stuff. So that doesn't mean you need fixing. It doesn't mean you need healing. We just need to unbury unbury you and take you out from under the heaps that you're under. And so as a healer, I don't heal anything. And so it's almost a misnomer to even call myself a healer. In fact, I'm using that word less and less now. But you are the one who does the healing. You heal yourself. And so all we do as healers is we're helping you to uncover more of the places that you are buried and to teach you how to keep this process going of finding more and more of your radiance, your brilliance, your gifts, your magic. And there's no accident that you're on the planet at this time. And so it's kind of like we're in one of two camps, and the division is getting greater and greater. And so there are those who have signed up to be here on the planet to help with the evolution. And then there are those who have signed up to be part of this mass agreement to be part of this self selected eugenics program that's happening. And there's no right or wrong, although there's a lot of judgments about either choice, isn't there? There's a lot of judgments and a lot of serious energy about all of this. So when you're waiting for someone to come and save you, one of the things that you're missing out on is all the lessons that are happening along the way. When you're waiting for this something on the outside, I just have this tickly nose. I don't know why. Sorry about that. When this isn't also a very big overriding energy on the planet right now, is that uh, everyone is focused outward, and that's part of this agenda that's happening. They are very intent on keeping us pulled out of our core so that our focus is all on the outside in everybody's business, thinking that uh, we control all our world by managing everything around us, which is not how the universe works. And so all of this outward energy is keeping us from our gifts. It's keeping us from learning, from growing, from expanding outward. And so this expansion is kind of an interesting thing in that it's going in both directions. In fact, the further we go inward, the more we can go outward in our expansion. So when I'm talking about outward, it's an outward expansion because of growth and evolution, as opposed to being distracted from what's going on in here, so that we're always on the outside and we never go inward. We never look to our own self, our own infinite intelligence for the answers. So when people are being and we've been trained for a really long time. The whole medical community has trained us to give up our seniority to all of these people who have spent years in their expertise going to school. So they apparently know more about our own infinite intelligence in our own bodies. And so that's the thinking that's been going on that's pulled everybody out of their intelligence, out of their infinite knowing, outward to all these people that are supposedly the experts that know more. And this is not how it works. It can work that way, but if we're really committed to our growth and evolution, the truth is we must go inward. And the more that we can go inward, to the degree that we're going inward, is the degree that we will expand in our growth and evolution. So today, let's see what else I wanted to talk about as far as this savior thing goes. Um, there is also um, there's a few energies that come into play when we are looking on the outside for all of our answers and for someone to come and save us. It's even little girls grew up with that the fairy tale. the knight on the white horse is going to come and save us. And so while we're waiting around for this knight on the white horse, we miss all of the opportunities that come along our way. And so while people are waiting, while they're procrastinating, while they're waiting for the next solution that's supposed to save everybody, uh, they are missing out on all of this growth, evolution, expansion. And not only that, but we're missing out on the whole point of being on this planet. All of our gifts were meant for us to enjoy life, for us to really be able to see the beauty and interact in a healthy, uh, fun, explorative, adventurous way on the planet. And so a lot of people are missing out on that because of all of this waiting for a savior. And, this even goes, I might offend some people here. So if that's the case, um, it's not my intention to offend anybody, but I'm just speaking truth. I'm just speaking truth. And so this also can apply. This applies even in on the religious arena, where people have been and continue to wait for Jesus as their savior. I know growing up in a religious cult my whole life, from birth until I was 38 and suicidal, that we were always waiting for Armageddon to come, and that was going to be our savior. And so I know this savior energy very well. And I still see it, in a lot of people who are religious, who are giving their power away while they're waiting for the savior. So when you're waiting for that thing or person or agenda or event to come and save you, then you're really missing out on so much, and you're giving your power away. And we really saw that, a lot through the last presidential administration, where um, people were waiting for the president to do a certain thing and it would save the world, and people are still waiting for him to come back and save the world, and so, or save the US. um, but that is certainly more of that. It's that giving our power away was really evident in all of that. And so instead, um, instead of giving our power away, my goal here is to teach you how to empower yourself, to be able to get enough clarity to an expansion out far enough into your energy field, so that we can extend all the way out to this layer of oneness that exists in the 40th layer of our aura. And this is where the idea that we're all one is, it's not just a concept. It's an actual reality that we can experience when we are expanded out far enough in our energy field. And when we extend out that far, then all of these boundaries and barriers that keep us separated start to fall away. Even, languages. I saw a video just the other day with my son, who he was sharing me this guy who learns all of these different languages. He's only in his 20s, and he will learn enough in 2 weeks that he will, and he's never been to any of these places, but he will go to these different communities. Like even all big cities have different communities. Like they have Chinatown or Russia Town, or whatever. And so he would go to these different communities and then just start speaking their language. Like he knows Chinese and different dialects of Chinese, and African, different dialects of African. And so he, as soon as, and it was always around food. And when he would go to these different cafes or restaurants, he would start to order food. First, he would start off in English, and then he would start in their language. And then they would be like, oh, shocked, like, oh, you speak our language. And all of a sudden, all the barriers were gone. They were just like friends all of a sudden. And so this is just a taste of what I can see is going to be happening more. We're going to see more and more people learning these learning languages easily, quickly. And it's just one more way where the boundaries fall away, where we're no longer divided even by languages. And even the language of light is very much a universal, it's universal in that it's frequency. And so you don't even need to understand the language of light. It is universally binding. It is universally appealing and healing. And so that's the beauty of all these things. And so that's where we're hoping to get to, this expansion, this oneness, where we're taking 100% accountability for everything we create. And we're not looking, waiting for anyone to come save us, any situation to save us, any opportunity to come save us. So let's see what some of your comments are before we go ahead and do this clearing and healing. It's nice to see so many of you here. And here is Eric, who speaks many languages and gets discounts. Great, yes. I noticed this guy on this video. The people would want to just give him food because they like connected all of a sudden, and so that I totally could see how that could happen, Eric. That's great. Um, yes, we do have to do the work, absolutely. And so I'm so happy that all of you are here ready to do the work. And we are going to go ahead with our clearing for today. And so I'm going to focus on maybe you guys could have some ideas as well of some things you want me to focus on, but I'm going to focus on some of the energies like procrastination or anything in our sixth chakra. You know, as we've been expanding in our daily MediClearing group that I do every other month. So we're into our fourth day today of our 21 days. And it's energy that showed up, I think it was last week, last Friday, and it was a kind of a struggle. This new energy that showed up for clearing because we're expanded out far enough. It's out in the 50th layer, and it's the watcher energy. And so it's a dark, heavy energy beyond this layer of oneness where we're all, want to connect to. But then there's another energy that doesn't want that to expand out too far. So in this 50th layer, then we're bumping up against some more darker energies that want to prevent our expansion. So this energy is it's heavy, it's dark, and because I've just said hello to it, chances are it's going to show up today as it did last week. And so that just means it only shows up. Whatever is showing up, it's because you guys are ready for it. You guys are ready to step into some greater expansion, some greater growth. And so I love that. So we're going to focus on procrastination, more clarity in our sixth chakra so that we can see clearly. We don't have to rely on somebody else for answers or information. And our power in general, this is the whole reason I titled my book, Access Your, all in caps, Your Ultimate Power, the blueprint to infinite intelligence. I titled it that because I'm helping you tap into your power. We want to amplify and empower you and your energies. So that's available on Amazon if you're interested. So, in fact, if you are able to get that book, it helps with everything we're doing here. Then you don't get lost. What is she talking about? Where are we going? Where is that? What direction does it go? And so you will be able to follow along a lot easier because it's got tons of illustrations in there and explains everything, explains the whole process. Love my book. Yes. Well, thank you, Lynn. It is a great book. A lot of people love this book, and it's been very helpful. And we're already outgrowing it. There's things in the book. There's things that are not in the book that have already like superseded and It's this infinity system that's outlined in this book. It's like a living entity, always growing, morphing, changing, evolving, as we all should be. And so there's things that we're doing now here, and new things are showing up like the Watchers. So there's new things that are not in the book, but it's a great that's why I wrote the book, because it was a foundation. It was hard to find that stopping point because new things kept coming in. And so that just is leading the way for a second book. All right. And thank you, Roma. This is where you can get the book. There's the link if you want to get it on Amazon. And so you're looking for the updated or the next chapter, yes, or next book. All right, yes, we are really in very exciting times, and this is going to be a very fast year. You can feel the energy is like increasing. We're already halfway through the month, and it's like, well, how did that happen? We just blinked our eyes. Didn't we just celebrate New Year's? And so this is going to be a really fast year and a lot of turmoil. And so that's the need to stay more grounded in our core so that we're not pulled out into all of these distractions. And I also believe that there's going to be more information on what they're really trying to hide and distract everyone from, which I believe is the human trafficking, child trafficking, and the whole reason for all of that. It's beyond just sex trafficking. It's beyond that. And so people are if they can't even handle what's going on, they're certainly not ready for what's worse than what's happening now that most people know about. So, in due time, that is also going to be more revealed, and not a moment too soon. So, here we are doing our work. So, let's get started with a great MediClearing for today. Send you off into the weekend to go inward, deeply inward. It's winter time. Let's go ahead and get ultra grounded first. So, let's send that grounding cord from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the planet. Yes, it's even beyond organ harvesting. So, yes, okay. So, we're going to send those roots down from the bottoms of our feet deep into our planet Earth, connecting with pure darkness, that intelligent communication layer, all the roots, the mycelium, the fungus, and that wraps around the entire planet, even under the oceans where there's also plant life, plenty of it. Mm-mm. And then we're going to start bringing this abundant feminine earth energy up through the legs. So it's coming up through the calves very slowly. You no doubt have a lot of unused adrenaline stuck in your calves. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up through the calves. All of this fear that's on the planet, and then people are stuck. That creates a lot of adrenaline that builds up in the calves. So that's the importance of bringing this earth energy up through the legs, through the knees, through the thigh, where you get and access more of your power. And we're going to go down the grounding. So up the legs and down the grounding. Excellent. And then we're going to see if you have a worry circle. So ideally, there wouldn't be one. Let's go out to the third layer. This is that place where you're holding a fear of stepping into your power. Like it just doesn't feel safe. Just send that down the grounding. Excellent. Mm-hmm. And then the fourth and final part to getting ultra grounded is to go up to your heart. We're going to ground your heart energy right now. And so first we want to make sure the heart is 100% open. Right now it's only measuring about 50%. So we are going to go to the sixth chakra. So remember I was talking about those beliefs that create a limiting and lack mindset. A lot of these beliefs, they're not ours. In fact, they belong, because they extend all the way out to the 15th layer, that belongs to the 1%, this oppressive energy we can all feel on the planet. So let's pull those beliefs, this free range slavery energy. I'm just going to pull that into the core of that sixth chakra. So it pulls into the 4th layer. And so this is where they have you making yourself wrong, where you feel like you're not doing enough, you're not doing it right. You should be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. And so you should be jumping through this hoop and you should be complying with this. And so there's a lot of judgments on the planet right now. And okay, so it feels like there's something bigger here. Okay, yes, so there's a fear entity right in the middle of your sixth chakra. So if you go behind your head into the middle there, we're going to place a black flame. This is pure darkness. And we're going to turn up the volume on that so that we can use this high vibrational, pure darkness to transmute the attachment. So go ahead. I'm having you guys do this. I'll help. Turn up that flame. We're just going to transmute this energy. A little bit of light language is about to come through. Hinaetea opu uke nai tatea. Wametetea piake iatoa pa. Enaiti eta ape kinea tutua. Okay, so as we're bringing pure source down through the crown, sixth chakra, okay, it's still stuck there. So we did this morning. Let's see if that same energy. Yes, the watcher energy. So we're going to go all the way out to the 50th layer because you guys are ready for this. You guys are ready to expand out and push these oppressive energies out, further out, even off planet, off out of our solar system, out to the universe. So for this watcher energy, we've been instructed to use a rainbow flame. So it doesn't have to make sense. Just use your free imagination. Now, I like to put like rainbow gloves on, and because I use my hands a lot. But you can do whatever you feel will work best for this. And I'm just providing the framework. And so you can trust that this flame has enough intelligence to know where to go in this sixth chakra to transmute this energy, to transmute all of these beliefs that are keeping us limited, powerless, helpless, and in these lack mindsets. So you can use a violet flame here. You can send it all the way out to the 50th layer. You don't even have to know where the 50th layer is because as a spirit, you know everything I'm teaching you here. I'm just helping you remember. Even I'm remembering. I'm remembering as well. And so I'm teaching you as we go. All right, let's turn off that rainbow flame. I'm using my rainbow gloves. I'm going to pull it into the core or just transmute that energy. Let's do it all together. Ai nai e a kuamapi a titiake a pa kuna tutuai e anaitaya. Moya tu a pea e kia e na ye toa. Paya ka iyo to mapea. This has the energy of amnesia. And so they want us to forget our true nature. They want us to forget our incredible intelligence and the unique abilities that we have, and our whew, there's just so much. Okay, that was like just a download of whew. The amnesia program. Yeah, they want us to forget, even that there's part of that amnesia program in our hearts where they want us to forget that we know how to self-generate love. They've got us on the outside looking for everything, including love. So this pulls into the fourth layer where there's a control being. So in our sixth chakra, now we're going to use a black flame. You can have both flames in there. I don't really care. Just see what works. This is all an experiment, even for me. And you're helping us all learn together. You're my students, you're my teachers, and vice versa. Okay, good. So, oi nai ame atotua. Ki nai ieme atotua papaye ke aneo kua. Whew. There we go. So now we're bringing pure source down through that sixth chakra, down through the throat where it's stopping. All that censorship. They don't want us to speak the truth. Let's go out to that third layer where our power has been disconnected from our voice, from our truth, from our ability to set really clear boundaries. That ability to say no, that ability to say, yes, I want to do this thing. Whew. Free choice, sovereignty over our entire body, our entire life. Whew. Okay, good. So now as pure source is coming down through the throat, there we go, down into the heart. Excellent. Down into the solar plexus, second chakra, spilling down the root. Breathe into this really powerful alignment where you're connected way up high to pure source, and you're rooted deeply into our Mother Earth where it's safe, it's secure. Danae amato apa ke ia tane te teo. Peanae unai kukuaye baya kaka. Oto noya baye. Gotta always get a little amused when kaka comes out. Just kidding. Okay, let's bring this 50-50 mixture up the front. The earth energy coming up the legs with that pure source coming down the backside. We're going to mix that 50-50 mixture up the front through that. It's having a hard time coming, even leaving that root chakra. Okay, some of you have lost your grounding cords. Let's get grounded again. So we're doing big work here. And if this is like intense for you, this might be kind of intense. To go to my YouTube channel and start listening to some of the older videos so you can start getting caught up to speed, because we're doing big things here. And yeah, I'm not holding back for the beginners. So, and that's okay. We're doing this all together. I'll just keep regrounding you whenever you need to. This is big stuff. And it's necessary. Okay. So now you're grounded. Let's go back to bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the second chakra. There we go. 50-50 means half leg energy, earth energy, half pure source coming down the backside. So we're going to bring it up the front real close to the spine through that second chakra where it's stopping. It's going out to the 25th layer. So that's a lot of fear, which is what we were just, why you just lost your grounding cord. Okay. So now you can accommodate the fear that we're about to release because you have a grounding cord. There's a place for it to go. And this is why it can be a real challenge to do this stuff on your own. As soon as you start to release fear, you can see what happens. Our body starts to contract. It's like, and we'll pull up our grounding cords. So we need help. And that's not a weakness. It's actually a strength to be able to surrender and allow someone to actually help you. Okay, good. So here we are pulling that energy in, that all that fear. We're going to send it down the grounding. We're going to bring this 50-50 mixture up the front, real close to the spine, through that second chakra, through the solar plexus, up into the heart, where it's stopping again. Okay, there's more of that watcher energy here. So we're going to go out to the 50th layer. It's just out in the front, just out in front. So we're going to use our rainbow flame right in our heart chakra, right in the center of the chest. And you can use it like a throw flame or however you want to do it. I'm going to use my rainbow gloves and pull in this energy while we transmute this energy. And then we're going to send it up through the central core. Oi ame etia kepa ototoa ni ea ke amateo. Ui ne ape ia ke naiteo. Ui no papa epe ne dio koa. Okay, great. So now, as this 50-50 mixture, so here's what's fascinating is that last week, the first time I found this energy on a public platform, and it was really a challenge to clear it. It's like, almost, I wasn't scared because I, I always break through eventually. I always do. But it was very challenging, had to keep trying new things, different things. And so finally the rainbow flame came up. And so now we've already found it several times in this clearing. And each time is getting easier and easier and easier. And that's how this stuff works, is that the more you practice this, the easier it all gets. So as we're bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the heart, see, there it goes, through the heart, through the throat, sixth chakra, where it's stopping. And more of that watcher energy. So we did already clear it here. And so it's either back or there's more. And thus the need to stay on top of this as a daily practice. As a matter of fact, this is where you can, I think that's it. Is that it? Where you can download the daily 20-minute practice so that you can do this in between coming here every week, so that you can maintain and master your own energy, so you're not waiting for someone to save you. And so for those people that do work with me, I'm not saving anybody. I'm teaching you how. I'm teaching you how to do this. So when on a personal one-to-one level, you're going to learn even more intently and on purpose how to master this stuff. So going back to where we were, pulling this 50-50 mixture up through the heart, throat, 6, heart, you cleared that. Okay, good. Throat, 6, crown, rings. And then it fountains down and cascades down through all the layers of your aura. We're going to pay special attention to the 3rd layer. So we just pretend and imagine that we know where that is. There's a lot of heavy energy around the solar plexus. So this is sort of that stop energy. So this is why you feel stuck, you feel unmotivated, you feel tired, you feel distracted, you have a hard time getting anything done, you just feel stuck. That's this energy. Anything that relates to the solar plexus is all of that stuck energy. Okay, great. Then we're going to jump out to the 15th layer. We're going to start at the bottom. We're going to lift this energy up, 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 sending that above your crown through that central column, up and out, off planet. Then we're going to go out to the 25th layer where the fear entities hang out, starting at the bottom, lifting all of this energy up, 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 and out. Excellent. 5. 30th layer, that's the reptilians, lifting that up, 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 and out. And so pay attention and notice how you felt when you started this compared to how you feel now. No doubt you feel calmer, maybe clearer. These are things that people have said to me over the years, and just how they feel as a result of doing this work. More grounded, more centered, more. Maybe you guys can tell me how you're feeling as a result of having been here for today, especially if this is your first time. Are you noticing something different? Notice feeling less anxious. Okay, great. 30. Okay, so the rest of the aura does not need any clearing. So last but not least, we're going to clear the circle of reciprocity. So if you're not receiving right now, it's not because people aren't giving to you. It has to do with an energy in your left arm that gets blocked. So let's start this circle. It always starts with giving first. So we go to that heart, that luminous heart energy, and we start bringing it out that right arm. That right implementing arm. So it's the masculine side. It's the side that gets stuff done. Very important. And so as we put the fingertips together like you're holding a small ball, now the energy is going to that left receiving hand, which is blocked. So that's why you're not receiving love, clients, money, rich resources, opportunities that will help advance you. That's why things are not coming into your world, as you are blocking it. Okay, so slowly we're allowing and surrendering. There we go. So we're up to the elbow now. So there's a difference between give and take. So we give with that right arm, and people will take with that left arm. But really, the energy should be more. It's healthier when it's give and receive. So the end result is the same, but it's a different energy as I'm continuing to work on you here. So give and take, you're in control on both ends. You know who you're giving to and who you're taking from, and when and how much and all of that. You're in control of both ends. When you give and receive, when you receive, you're not in control. You have to let go and surrender and allow the receiving to come in. So it's still coming up just to the shoulder and then stuck right there. So you have to allow some vulnerability, and that can be scary for a lot of people. So allowing, surrendering, being vulnerable is what allows this all the receiving to happen. All the clients, money, rich resources, love, It all comes in when you surrender and you stop trying to control everything. There we go. So now the circle is flowing out the right arm, in the left, through the front and back of the heart. And then it simultaneously goes through the throat. Excellent. And through that sixth chakra and through the crown. So let it stir in that crown so you can become more sovereign over your life. And we don't have to go look for a savior because we know that we are our own savior. We're the boss of us. And okay, this keeps letting that stir in the crown. Okay, so there's something in the crown that's climbed in there. Okay, so there's a dead guy or gal, dead person, discarnate being in the crown. So we're going to let go of that. And the energy goes all the way out to the 15th layer. So we're going to use a violet flame right in that crown. And this is an energy that maybe they had a hard time receiving, and they're still trying to work out their karma, their miserable life through you. So let's use a violet flame there, and we're going to transmute that energy. Wena maetea ke eapa kwame tutua te tiamake ianaye koa. Okay, there. So now the circle of reciprocity is flowing through all of your energy field. And this is just a fraction, or I would say maybe it's about half of what we do in a personal clearing. This is a process we go through in a personal clearing, but it's specific to you. It's a general broad stroke for everyone. And this clearing, there's, in my report, which is where it all starts, the vibrational altitude report, there's more than 50 things that we calibrate in there. And so those are all the things that get cleared in an hour and a half session. So if you're curious about that, there it is, the altitude report, where it all starts to start unburying yourself and finding more of your radiance, your brilliance. And it's for those who know that they need extra help, that they are really ready to step into a whole nother level. And they're tired of playing around and they're ready to go. And so it's life-changing. So anyway, let's just measure a couple things before we send you off. I always like to measure fear and anger. And let's measure martyr today too. So fear is at 0. Good, we cleared all of it. Anger, 15%. That's the beauty of the infinity system. We want to get all of it. We don't want to just guess. In the root chakra, out to that 3rd layer, we're going to pull in that little bit of anger that you kind of keep close by. You use it to make yourself feel safe. But really, if we're fully in our bodies and we're grounded and our energy's flowing, we're not threatened by what's going on around us. We don't call in any garbage. All right. Okay, good. So anger's at 0. Let's measure martyr, 15%. You don't need to work as hard as you think you do. That's the agenda. Yes, so in the 6th chakra, those beliefs that think that you need to prove your worth and value and work really hard and suffer and struggle like everyone else. Because that's the neighborly thing to do, is to suffer with your neighbors. Phew. Okay, great. Martyr is now at 0. And then let's, last but not least, let's measure amusement. That's at 100%. And one last thing, unconditional love for yourself. 100%. Doesn't it feel good to know that? All right. Well, I'm sending so much love to all of you, and I so appreciate all of you that come here every week to support this channel. Please share it with your friends, and the recording is always available. And I've been meaning to say this for a million years, and I always forget, but it just came up because I wanted to remember this today to let you know that my YouTube channel is not monetized. I hate all those commercials. And so it's just a place where you can go and listen to everything uninterrupted by all the garbage. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. So, so please go indulge and learn all about all of this stuff and get into a much higher vibration. And so, thank you, all of you, for showing up today. Keep asking my favorite question: how? How does it get any better than this? And then stay in that blissful question of, hmm, I wonder. Go off and enjoy your weekend. Sending so much love. Namaste.